YouTube, what's up? It's your boy KP. Welcome back to We Watched It. Of course, we got Dom and Mike the Expert. We talking about Love is Blind. We appreciate y'all support and supporting our new channel. We appreciate all the comments, the likes. I mean, it's just, it's love, and we appreciate that. Please stick with us. Of course, on this episode, we're talking about the wedding recap. But I mean, at this point, Love is Blind is trending in the wrong direction. We already have online petitions to talk about basically canceling the show. People are asking Netflix, just cancel this because it's getting to be nasty work. And I have to be honest, it is nasty work. I mean, in the last episode, we saw what the two people opt out before they got to the altar. And then in this one, it was a disaster. Nobody got married. I mean,
Which they shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have. But at the same time, I mean, let's talk about this show. Netflix has got to do a better job with the cast. The cast is not good. You're not getting the right people. It's time to stop, pushing for these Instagram, influencers and go find some real people that actually want to get married. And I know y'all were not surprised about Ali and Anton. I know y'all were not surprised.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't say I was surprised because, of course, we had already talked about, we knew that she had some reservations about his drinking and so forth. But I also think that the little peanut gallery friends, I'm looking for the soft life. You need to get you, provider or a gold digger type girls, put that little bug in her ear talking about, you wouldn't be talking to no truck driver, and do you really want to date potential? So I knew when they kind of put that in her ear, plus the alcohol situation, it was a wrap.
Yeah, honestly, I think she would have married him if it wasn't for that alcohol situation. He was just giving off red flags. I think even as a truck driver, she still would have married him. But I mean, if you look at her, she's a beautiful lady. She has a lot of
her DMs are full.
Yeah, she has a lot of people probably trying to holler at her all the time. She was like, do I want to just, go with this red flag?
So you're saying she thought she was probably settling.
If she married an alcoholic, she is settling.
Marrying an
alcoholic. What are you talking about?
She would have been settling. And then he was just giving off all the signs and stuff of being an alcoholic and all that. And then you got that along with the whole party stuff he used to do all the time, always out there, always different women and drinking and stuff like that from what he said. Yeah. Strip clubs all the time. So yeah, but still,
when you don't have to deal with that. Have that out your system, man.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to deal with that though. Nobody's perfect, but there's certain things you don't want to deal with, and that's one of them.
Okay.
So let me ask you this: if you were her, you would marry a woman that's at the strip club every weekend and is getting drunk. In 10 days, is killing 2 12-packs of tequila and wine and drinking at 9 and 10 in the morning. That's who you were married.
I can't speak for that because I don't really think
he
might have been an alcoholic.
I said you.
Look,
you see that expert? He's squirming over there. He know he wouldn't marry no woman that's doing all that stuff.
I think it's a double standard here. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
how's it a double standard?
I can see. Look, I'm not even gonna go there. But I mean, look, a woman always in the strip club. I mean, that's a little different than a man not in the strip club. I mean, it's just it is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. Like, I mean,
look,
he was about to get married. He's chilling with his boys. He living his life.
If she's at the Chippendales every weekend at ladies' night, that don't mean she having sex.
How many women you know is at the Chippendales every night? How many women you know that? But you know men that love to go to strip clubs.
No people that do that. What are you saying? But there are women who do it.
Don, why you giving this guy all kind of excuses? Talking about he about to get married. He was living it up. No, he was living it up. He didn't know he was about to get married. He just got on the show. He was living it up way before then. And he was always at the strip club and then drinking all the time. The girl told Ali.
Yeah, she got that hearsay type stuff. Did she see him at the strip club? Did she see him?
She saw him. That's what I'm saying. The girl told him.
Did she see him drunk?
But listen, the girl told her all that stuff. The girl told her all that stuff, and then she happened to see some of it, right then. So she's like, yo, everything else he said is probably true too. These are red flags. I'm not doing it. This is, I don't want to be with this guy for the rest of my life if this is what's going to be happening. So no.
I agree, expert.
She made a great choice.
Had a drinking problem. He proved he had a drinking problem.
Yeah, and then his nose was real big too, man. How was they going to kiss and stuff? I'm like, come on, man. She made a great choice.
That's a weird observation.
Really?
Man,
so you looking at that man's nose like that?
Pause. Yeah, I was. His nose looked crazy.
All right, so next we saw the worst of the worst to me. It was KB and Edmund. This was like,
Mhm.
I felt so bad for Edmund, bro. I really did,
I
man.
didn't.
She ain't have to finesse that man like that.
Finesse. I
Dog,
mean,
she let
first of
that
all,
man,
yeah.
she led him on and let him think it was a chance the whole time. She ain't had to do him like that. All these other people kept it real. You knew that homeboy was
did they
not
keep it real?
surprised.
They
Yes.
Did
didn't
they keep it real?
real.
They
No,
did
they
not keep it real, dog. No.
So you saying
no,
you
let's be honest.
saying Nick and Joe didn't keep it real? They didn't get up to the altar and lie to them women. They said,
Bro,
hey, this can't do
they
it.
went KP, they went through the whole show
They
just
went through a
about.
lot of it,
And they
dog.
know they didn't
Like
want them people.
you know good and well. We can go back to Nick. Nick doesn't get off
Yeah.
just because he told her right after he tried to put the tie on. Then he got a
Yeah,
after he
he
put
was
the
with her
tie
the
on. Then
whole
he,
time.
then he
He
felt some
said,
type of way.
man, can't do it. Can't do it.
Nah.
Can't do it.
You don't
That-
get points for that. You don't get points for that. You know good and well when she came out them sliding doors that girl was too big for you.
He knew he wasn't feeling it.
Period.
He knew he wasn't
that was
feeling it.
that was the time when you should have said, I can't do it. I can't do it. You
but
should have
he
did
couldn't-
like
he
old
couldn't go
girl
out
did
like that because he
Patrick.
knew.
Okay, that's
he
the
knew
one
they was gonna say he did that because she was going blind, and he couldn't do it.
No,
I mean,
no.
I don't agree
So
with
you
it.
making excuses for Nick. You making
yeah, you
excuses
just making
for
all
Nick.
kind of excuses.
No. They weren't
Okay,
feeling
what about
them
the other
girls.
situation? My man said, "Yo, man, how long we gonna keep this going, bro? I don't told you off camera I can't do this. I mean, we don't need to keep lying to these people. I'm not gonna marry you."
Who you talking about?
Was that Joe? He
talking
said
about-
that.
Are you talking about Joe?
He was straight up. He was like, did he not? Did he not tell her? He set her down on the couch and said, I mean, come on, man. How long we gonna keep this up, this charade up? You know I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you talking
marry
about Joe and Madison. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they went for a long time through the stuff. Like all of them were wrong because all of them knew they weren't gonna marry each other. They were just there for the show. I mean, the whole thing. Everybody, the whole
This
thing.
why I
was
felt
messed up.
sad. I felt sorry for Edmund, bro. You know that man is mostly immature. You knew he was
Okay.
gonna have a major crash if you did not marry him. We all knew this was coming. Like this was gonna be watching a train wreck. And then she did all that. I love you so much, baby. And then go tell this man afterwards, like, yo, we don't need to date. We had enough time. I'm sure. I'm good. You could have kept it real. You ain't got to embarrass him in front of his people like that.
I mean, wait a minute though. Wait a minute. I don't understand how else she was supposed to let him down like that.
Dog, she could have just told him before the other people quit before they got to the altar. She could have did the same thing.
There were other people that went to the altar and said no too. She wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I mean, so you gonna tell me Allie was a lot more cold to Anton. She just left him up there and was like, "Come on, mom, come on, let's go, girls."
Yeah,
like,
but she
KB
also didn't
do
finesse
that.
him at the
KB didn't
beginning,
do
telling
that.
him she loves him and he's such a great person and this
But
and
they
that.
all did that though.
all did
Everybody
that,
was
though.
saying I love you
Everybody
the whole
was
time.
saying,
You
"I
act
love
like it
you."
was just her. It was
No, I'm
everybody.
talking about
let's
at
just
the
be honest.
altar,
Just
she
call
was
it what it
doing the
is.
thing.
They doing the stuff for the
Yeah.
show. They want to make the wedding. They want that money and they want to be bumped to the
Look.
ultimatum or the perfect catch thing. That's what they really want, dog. They're thinking about their career. And KB knew the second that she met this dude, or like our friend says, he came out of the cabinet. She knew she wasn't messing with him, but she had to make it through
When he got in the cabinet.
right.
Yeah. Look.
Had to make it through to the end to be featured on this show, dog.
get
Come
that
on,
check.
like they doing it for the
Exactly.
show.
Yo, Edmund is not. Look, Edmund. He, like you said, he's not emotionally mature, and Edmund, and he doesn't like. He's not somebody that she would want to marry because he doesn't even realize her emotions. Can't even see what she's going through or anything
Bro,
like
she
that.
don't
Now,
realize her own emotions.
No, don't get me wrong. She might
She's
have
got
a little
issues
bit.
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm about
She
to
got
say.
issues too.
That's what I'm about to say. She got her own issues. She says it. All of them have issues, but dog, that would have been crazy if she would have married Edmund, yo. That just wouldn't even have been right.
Nuts.
No, she needed
No.
to not marry him.
No,
I didn't say
I
she should marry him. I just wish that she had went on and just did what everybody else did and didn't even waste.
No,
her
I mean,
time
what
going to
do
the
you
altar.
want? So
What do you?
KP, you would have rather her before they even get to that wedding thing say, "Look, I can't do it." So that's the only thing you're giving her. That I mean,
Yes.
That makes no sense. Why does she have look, her life before this, she didn't know who Edmund was, right?
Okay.
And she was living her life. After this, she still has to live her life, and Edmund's not going to be a part of it. So in that situation, why worry about Edmund's feelings? Do what you feel
Because
that
you're
you
a
gotta
human
do.
being.
Man,
That's
forget
why.
that. Forget that. Forget
I
that.
actually
Why
think she
worry
was
about
Y'all
worried
be letting
about it.
that girl off easy,
Actually,
bro. She trash.
I think
letting
she was
everybody
worried
off.
about. I think she was worried because she
No, she wasn't.
look, the thing is, she let him go, but she knew how he was gonna react, and it wasn't gonna be good. She knew that, okay?
Oh,
And
but
so
that's even more reason why you don't do it at the altar. This man broke down and said, I'm never gonna get another shot. This was my only chance. This man,
Yeah.
his moms didn't even show up. His
moms didn't
teacher
show
who
up. That
raised
said
him
a lot too.
showed
But-
up, dog.
but
Come
what
on,
does
now.
that
You ain't
have to
gotta
do-
put that man through that.
But what does that have to do with her? That his mom didn't.
That don't have nothing to do with her.
His issues with his mother don't have nothing to do with her. That's their problem.
She
that
even
was
sent her
issues they
moms
had
to go
before.
talk to him before the wedding, man. Come on.
Hey, I mean that's Edmund. His issues and with his mom and stuff. That's his problem. That's not her problem. She had to do what she had to do. He was a big red flag. She was
she
too.
was just trying to get that check, and I thought she was
Yeah.
cool.
Dog, he was a big red flag. So was she, or whatever. And neither one of them. Yeah, like he just wasn't ready for the marriage
Here-
thing. Now, okay.
He
Here's
dodged
my
the
thing.
bullet, dog, because she would have
Wait
been
a
talking
minute.
to him
Wait a
crazy
minute.
in the marriage.
Do you think? And she was talking to him crazy, but
Mhm.
you don't think part of her? I mean, I do believe that part of her wanted marriage. Maybe he wasn't the right one. I get it. Maybe he wasn't the right one, but she wanted to be married. She wanted to
not-
move on with it.
Ready for marriage, bro. She really
Look,
ain't.
I'm just
I'm not gonna
saying,
say
part
that.
of her
She need to go work on her
wanted
issues,
to be
bro.
married. So she really tried to, like, if this is the way I'm gonna meet, like, I really established a bond and that chemistry in the pods.
Bro,
and I
she knew
wanted
all
to
this
continue
stuff
that.
in the pods. So he's the
Nah,
same person in the
I
pods
don't-
he was outside the pods. He knew
Not
all of this.
necessarily.
I
No,
don't,
and
I
they
don't
first
necessarily
deep-
think so.
In their first
That's not true.
conversation, the man broke down and started crying.
Yeah,
but that doesn't
weird to
mean
you.
So, like, dog,
That's
like,
not
she
true.
still
The first time
said
you
yes
talk
to
somebody,
him.
they start
She
crying
could have
and
said no
boo-hooing.
in the pods. She could have said
That
no in
would've
the
been
pods.
fine.
I don't totally believe that. I do believe that she had some affection and love for him. Maybe she didn't love him, but I do believe there was some affection there. Okay, she even at the altar said, I mean, physically, you're amazing. I mean, I couldn't.
Bro,
you
that
know.
was all
She's like,
finesse.
you got the
It
best
was all
body up.
gas. That was all gas. It was all gas.
I can't just think everything is just a, I
was
do
gas,
believe
bro.
that she had something for him, and
all
she
gas.
felt bad about it because she knew that he was not mature enough to handle this situation.
She finessed y'all because she wanted to come off not like the villain, and she really was. It's just like anything else, bro. She was really the villain.
She didn't come off
It's
the
like-
villain to
it's-
me, because ain't no way in hell, no
It's like
way
when
in
they try to
hell
do
I'd want a
Maleficent.
girl to
She's still
marry
the
this
villain,
man.
bro.
I'm sorry. That man is not ready, and he is not ready.
She isn't either.
Yeah, but dog, come on, dog.
She's just as much of a red flag as he is. It's equal.
Nah, I
in my
disagree.
opinion.
I disagree
Look,
with that.
That's what the comments
I
are
can
for.
see. I disagree. I disagree with that. Like,
That's what the comments
like
are
she's
for.
still a grown woman. Dog. He's a child, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is.
Dog.
And here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, or whatever. Is I don't know. Maybe y'all not used to women like that,
Yeah, I'm
but
not
the-
used to no woman calling me a B word.
No.
That don't happen around me.
You're not. You
Yeah,
gotta let
but
me
see,
finish. You gotta let me.
You don't
finish.
let it happen. Edmund
Yeah.
let it happen. There's
Yeah,
some
here's-
men that don't let that shit fly.
God damn. Yeah,
Sorry.
here's the thing. No, it's cool, but when you cut me off like that, it makes it sound like that I'm saying that I'm used to girls saying that to us. My thing like that is you may not be used to women that act like that. Of course, no woman is gonna call you a B, and my woman's not gonna call me a B, and your woman's not gonna call you a B. We understand that,
Mhm.
but to get to that point, she didn't just say that to him. She got to that point because of how he was acting and how he was not understanding her feelings and the way he was going. No, here we go. Now, here's the thing. She said that to him because he is weak or whatever. So not only was he not understanding her feelings, but he was weak. Now, you take somebody like one of us or whatever, even if we don't understand your feelings at that time, they're not going to say that to us because of the men that we are. But he was just weak. He was emotionally weak. He act like a child, and she got a little ghetto in her or whatever. And she just talks like that. And I mean,
No,
it
it's
is what
not
it is.
about being ghetto,
I've
bro.
seen a bunch of women like that. I've been around a bunch of
have
women
too.
like that. Yeah, so I mean, I understand where she comes from or whatever. I'm not gonna say she's not ready for marriage. No, I just,
Bro,
yeah.
she got serious dad issues and she's not ready for marriage. It's just the truth. She got
Nah, I'm
serious,
not gonna say that.
serious dad issues.
I can't say.
She
all that.
admitted it
gonna say that.
herself.
Can't say all
She
that.
admitted it.
No, it doesn't
She said
matter.
that. She
Just
said
because you
it.
got so many black women have dad
There's a
issues.
lot of black women who
You
are
know
getting
what I'm
married
saying?
that
No,
have
there's a lot of
That
dad
black
don't mean
people.
they
That doesn't.
There's a
But this is
lot
the
of
thing,
black
bro.
We're talking
This is
about
the
women.
thing. It's a lot of black men and women with dad issues. We
Yeah.
know that. It's a lot of people with black issues.
But we're talking
with dad
about women
issues.
right now.
But here's the thing. when you go into a marriage, you have to be honest and deal with your issue, whether you deal with best to deal with them before you get married, but even if you deal with them in the marriage. She has some major problems. She was a red flag too. Y'all just let her off easy. I see it different. She was a
Didn't
red
I
flag. I
didn't
feel
I
like she's
say
just as bad as him.
didn't I say, if you were listening earlier, maybe you just listened to yourself on this podcast, and maybe not what everybody else said, but I said both of them were red flags. I said Edmund and her were red flags. I just said I
No, but you keep talking
understand.
about it's okay for her to act like that because
I
he's
didn't
weak.
say it was
We didn't
okay.
say
I
it was
didn't say it
okay.
was okay. I said why she acted like that. I didn't say it was okay for her to act like that. I said why she did. I'm going through the whole synopsis of what I saw or whatever.
I
I
feel
never
you.
said
That's
it
your
was
opinion.
okay. But
That's your opinion.
hopefully you listen to what we're saying or whatever,
I just
and don't
disagree.
add stuff in. But you're adding stuff in. You're saying we're saying it's okay. We
Bruh,
never said
I
that
just
was okay.
disagree. I feel like it would have been
Disagree
a
with what?
disaster. It would have
Disagree
been a
with what?
disaster. I feel like she's just as bad as him. She has her own problems. She's got some serious dad issues. And if she was really like that, somebody would have married her by now. And they didn't, because she's not like that.
Here's
Dog,
the thing.
they're still young though. Like
Yeah,
they're not like 30, 45. Like, they're not 50.
I feel that.
I mean, they got time.
Well,
yeah.
speaking
Here's
of
the
time,
thing. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm just gonna say this last thing right here. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna say either one of them are not ready for marriage. They both red flags, but usually people, anyways, human beings, each one of us have our own red flags or
Right.
whatever
You're
in
right
certain
about
ways.
that.
So
Correct.
just because you have red flags or you may not like that particular red flag doesn't mean that that person's not ready for marriage, because that person, there's somebody for her
Somebody for that. I
that can
agree with that.
handle that. That she's not gonna be able to talk that way to or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And they're gonna put
Mhm.
that in check. But I can't just say that that person shouldn't get married, that person shouldn't get married, because between all of us three, we're all married. And you know what? I can tell you right now, each one of us has some red flags. I can tell
Hell
you right
yeah.
I'm
now,
not
and I
saying
ain't
you're
even
wrong,
and
but
I
at the
ain't even
same
married
time,
to you. You know?
neither
Right.
one of them were ready for marriage, dog. And this
Yeah,
what
but
this that's what
here's
this
my
episode
thing too.
that's what this season
Mhm.
boiled down to. A bunch of people that really weren't ready to be married. That's what it boiled down to.
Just on Edmund's side, there might be somebody that actually like the way his 5th grade teacher was acting, that maybe like is
Yeah.
willing to like embrace him and take care of him and be that mother figure to him that's his
Mhm.
wife. And it could actually happen. Although
Yeah.
we look at him like he's not mature enough for that, but he could get a woman
Somebody
like that
else.
who takes
It's just somebody that's okay with him
Exactly.
kissing the floor. But let's
Yeah, there's somebody for everybody.
there's
Hey,
somebody
let's
out there for
There's
everybody.
let's talk
there's
about the
people that
last
do
couple,
crazy stuff.
man. Let's talk about the last couple. So we got
Sparkle
Jordan and
Megan.
Sparkle Megan. And I just knew at some point that she was gonna do this to him. I felt bad for him too.
Mhm.
That she just couldn't get over this money thing, bro.
I
That the
don't
fact,
know if
It's
it
not
was.
a
I don't
bruh,
think it was the money thing. I disagree.
I'm
dude.
not
with
talking
that.
about how much money he makes. I'm saying her money gives her a certain level. And first off, she runs a business that she don't have to really manage like that. They've already put out what she makes a year. We're not gonna put that out there. But here's the thing: her money allows her to come and go as she pleases. It allows her to decide, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to Venice Beach, and the day after that I'm going to Italy. This man can't do that. He got to go to his regular job. Plus, he has a special needs kid. He cannot get up and go whenever he feels like it. And
So
she wasn't ready to take on that level of responsibility. That's what I'm saying. As far as the money, he can't just decide he not gonna come to work today. He ain't got it like that.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Take away the kid thing real quick or whatever, because it's not a whole money situation. Because when they get married and they come together, and if they didn't have the kid is what's stopping them from doing it. Because if they got married and they came together, then they'll be able to take trips and everything and all that together, because they have money, because she has money. So they would be able to do that. That's that situation. Now, with the kid involved is the reason why they're not able to do all of that, because, you have a young kid and the kid has those issues and all that stuff. That's what's stopping them. It's not necessarily the money,
Bro,
it's the responsibility.
bro.
I think too. Here's the thing too. This is a big one, and this was put in my mind that because I mean, let's be honest. Like, I mean, just in the work that I do, I mean, there are some fathers that are weekend parents. Okay, and I think a lot of women, when they get with some men that do have children, it's a little different than a lot of times with women who have children, because the women are kind of there majority of the time. I think maybe Sparkle Megan knew that he was involved, but maybe not to this level to where
He was
he
super
has to
honest in
be.
the pods about it,
Yeah, he
though.
was
How did you
honest
not know?
about that.
He was
Well,
super
yeah.
upfront about that.
Yeah, even
And she
out of
didn't
the
know she
pods.
wasn't
I don't
listening.
Yeah, even out of the pods, he was honest about that.
Yeah, he
So,
was very
you
upfront
know,
about that. That she wasn't
well,
listening
I
then.
think I
You
get
saying that
it.
she didn't understand the reality of actually
She
taking
didn't
care of a special
understand the
needs kid.
reality that when she
I would
got
agree
in
with
the,
that.
because you got to understand, she never probably dated somebody with a child, right? And she didn't see an everyday thing to where it's like, well, dang. I mean, I know maybe you can't go to play tennis on at 10 a.m., but like, can we go to Italy with the child? And what did he say? That's gonna be like very like taxing to bring a 5-year-old on a European trip.
He's
I
right.
think in her eyes, she just said, like, why not? Like, cause like we have the money to do it. Why can't we just explore,
Well,
and
this
do
is the
that? But
thing, bro.
he's a homebody. This man is a homebody.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
That's
Now
part of
that
it.
is true. But this is the thing too, though. You know this. You have you've had a 5-year-old. I have one too. Mike had one too. Even without them being special needs, you're not trying to put no 5-year-old on no 15-hour flight. That's not what you're
yeah.
trying to do.
No, it's not
You
good
don't
for
want
the
no
child.
parts of that.
No, no, it's
You
But
ain't
not.
then
trying
you
to do
add,
nothing like that. Don't even make no sense.
yeah, but then you add on the situation that child's
Exactly.
in and stuff like that. Is you really don't want to, that
Exactly.
just
Or
that's
if
crazy.
something medical happens with the boy and they're in Europe, what's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about. I think she didn't realize that. Dang, so we can't go away for 2 weeks and the child be with the mom, and that's clearly not the case. He
Cause
doesn't want to do that.
Cause in her mind, forget the money the money he has. She has a whole lot of money, and in her mind, she's like, "Yo, I'm gonna take care of you." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to go to these different places and all that in her mind or whatever. But in his mind, he's like, "Yo, I got this child." So it's not even that he may make this amount of money, she make that amount of money. It's I got this child that has this, condition, and I got to take care of this child. And I'm gonna be there for this child, and I don't want a nanny and all that. I don't want anybody
Right.
taking care of my child. I'm the dad. This is all he knows right now. So
It's a
I
good
agree with what he
it
lesson.
just
said
wasn't
though.
gonna
When he
work out.
said if I was rich like her, this we would be married. I agree with him. Because at the end of the day, he did not want he's a man. I agree with him. He's actually been a real man, not wanting no
Hmm.
woman to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? That's not saying your wife can't work and she don't bring nothing to the table, but a lot of guys don't want no lady like basically coddling them and taking care of them. That's not what he wanted. The man said he had a good job before that. He wanted to go to work and do his job. If you have a good job and you got a job that doesn't allow you to just come and go as you please, it is what it is. He got to go on it. Why couldn't they wait till his scheduled PTO to go? Why I
They
always got to
can,
be at the drop of the hat? She wants the availability to go whenever, not
but
scheduled.
here's
And whenever I feel like it, I'm gonna go.
yeah, but here's the thing. We're not saying anything about him being coddled or anything like that. What I'm saying is she has the money that they can go on these trips and stuff like that. He can still have his job, do whatever he got to do, whatever, but they still can go places. It's just the reason I'm saying the reasoning why they can't is because of that child. It don't have
It's
nothing
the
to do with
same
being
thing.
coddled.
It's the same thing as a lot of these social media influencers say when they say, I can't be with a 9 to 5 dude. The 9 to 5 dude has a schedule. Okay.
There
He
you
has a
go.
strict schedule. All
There you
right.
go.
The people in the industry, or that have a business and they don't
There you
have to
go.
be in clock in every day.
There
They
you
can
go.
just up and go to dang, oh, let's go to Australia for 3 weeks. It's a different lifestyle. And
Of
when you
course.
when you have that type of money and you have that flexibility, you are living a different lifestyle than everybody that goes to work every day. And that's why a lot of these business owners, they want to date people who are kind of had that schedule, because they want to be like, babe, let's go here, let's go here.
Let me
And
ask you this
that's like
question.
holding them back.
I got an example, but I'm gonna ask you a question first. What provides that level of that schedule? What provides you having that schedule you can come and go as you please?
What you mean? What provides? What you mean, like
He's trying to
specifically?
say the money. He's trying
The
to use
money,
the money
yes, the
thing. That's
money
what he's
gives you
trying
the
to do.
ability to have that type of schedule.
No,
True,
How about
but
this?
yeah,
Here's
the
a good
money
example.
does.
but
Right, okay.
you're getting it all wrong though, Kevin. Or at least what I'm saying or whatever. You're getting it wrong. I'm not saying the money doesn't help her have that type of schedule and stuff. I'm saying the reason why he can't ever go, like he's talking like he can't ever go to these places ever or whatever. And the reason why is because of that kid. Because even with his job, like you said, he has some PTO, he could go sometimes or whenever, you know what I'm saying? But this kid is why he's feeling that he can never go because he got that young kid and the kid has issues. That's the reason why he can't go or whatever.
I'm
I
going
don't
off
have
what
as
And
he
much.
that's not really realistic, but what
no,
really realistic
because
is that
the son lives with his mother. I'm going off what the
yes.
man said in his
Look,
last interview. In his last interview, the man said, "If I had her money, we would
I
get
heard
married."
what he
That was
said.
his words. So that's he
but
didn't say nothing about
that
his
still
son.
doesn't that still the money still doesn't do anything about the child because the child still has to go to medical appointments at
Exactly.
the same doctor. The child still is going to need to go to the school. It can't go to school around the world and just travel with the parents. I mean, yes,
Exactly.
can you do homeschool and can you have, bring teachers with, I guess, but that's probably not what he wants to do because that money thing is not going to change. The thing is, there's a good lesson
Exactly.
for single parents that put their child first. Their child is number one
Hmm.
and the relationship is second. And she
And that has
probably
nothing to
thought
do with
like,
money.
no, it
And that
doesn't.
has nothing. And that has nothing to do with money.
I'm going
I
by
don't
what the
have as
man
much
said.
money as her. I don't have as much money as her, but I could go. But I got enough to where I can go all the places that she's talking about. And guess what? Did most of my life I worked a 9 to 5. Most of my
I'm
life.
going by what the man
So
said. We don't even know
I
what the
hear
man
what
do
he
for a
said.
job. I mean, maybe he got a job. He can't just pick up and go like that.
Maybe not.
People
Who
do
knows?
have
We don't
jobs, but
know.
they can't just
But
pick up and go.
No,
I
I
agree
got
with you,
Maybe he got to
KP.
go to an office 5 days a week. We don't know that.
yeah.
I agree
But
with
that's
you,
why there's
KP, though.
PTO. You know
I
what I'm
agree
saying?
with you, KP, though. It might be something in the back of his mind, though. It's like, because I have to work and I want to keep working, you know, I don't want you just like drop a hat. Like, who cares about your job? Like, I'm making 5 times that. Like, why do you even worry about that? No, I want
And
to
here's the
actually
part
work
two.
and bring something to the table.
And she
But
is
you ain't
making
bringing nothing
five.
to the
She
table.
making 5 times that. This the part two though.
Sure.
This
Y'all
the
getting
part
it
two.
so
I think in
wrong.
the back of his mind. How I'm wrong? That's my opinion. I didn't
I
say
mean,
he
No,
I
was
I'm
just think
wrong.
this is in the back of his
no,
mind.
I'm
Yeah, it's
not.
like,
No, KP. I'm saying getting it like it's like getting wrong what like you are getting wrong what I'm saying or whatever. It's like
I'm
I'm
just
agreeing.
disagreeing with you. I just disagree. That's it.
Yeah, but you don't. I don't even know if you know what you're disagreeing with. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I told you I was going by what the man said. He ain't say nothing about no kid. That's your opinion. My
Okay.
opinion's different.
He did
That's
say
why they
something
that's
about a
why they pull
kid.
up to the
What
show
are you
because
talking about?
it's three different people's
How
opinions.
do I even know about the kid? Because he said something about the kid. You know what I'm saying?
I guess,
Oh
man.
goodness.
I mean, dog,
I wouldn't
I'm
know
agreeing to
about the kid if he
disagree. I
didn't
don't
say
know what else
nothing.
to say at this point. It's getting kind of
All right.
awkward. But look, this is what
Okay.
I was trying to
Whatever.
say.
Go
This
ahead.
is what I was trying to say, man. It's also a point the man trying to make, like, yo, man, just because you have access, what happens if this go left and it don't work out? Now he don't quit his job, and now he completely, out now because he ain't gonna have the access no more. So you got to
well,
protect yourself.
if they're married, he got the protection of the assets unless he signed a prenup. So
I'm sure she want a prenup, dog. The numbers they were showing that she make, I'm
yeah,
sure that brother
okay.
want a
She
prenup.
probably wants a prenup, and I would say if I was his lawyer, I would say, yeah, get a prenup of the stuff that you acquired before, but like that 4 point whatever $1 million house that we're gonna acquire while we're married,
We're
yeah,
gonna
that's
split
gonna be
that.
half mine.
This is the
I mean,
example I want to give y'all, bro. Y'all remember y'all watched we watched it. Y'all remember watching Martin and Varnell Hill was like, yo, man, you should pull up to the show and come to LA. He was like, but I gotta work. Oh man, if you was gonna be in LA, you would have been on my show. That was her right there. She was Varnell Hill. Straight up. She did the Varnell Hill. And then the relationship got ruined after that.
yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, it is what it is. It's probably for the best. I will tell you, there's gonna be a lot of girls in Jordan's DMs,
But
so
yeah,
he'll be
his DM's
fine because
full.
there's gonna be
His
plenty
DM's
of
full.
ones that's willing to step up as a stepmom, plenty of ones that's just gonna be a homebody and not going to go anywhere. And so I mean, he'll be fine.
His DM's full.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think is gonna happen in the reunion? I don't even see the point of having a reunion. Nobody got married. I don't really care what they're doing now, but I'm gonna watch it anyway. I agree
I
with
think
the petition. They need to cancel the show.
cancel like no have no seasons
Yeah.
anymore.
Dog, it's just getting progressively worse. They're getting progressively worse, bro. They are.
I can say this was more entertaining than Minneapolis, so I'm
It
fine with
was.
that. It was
Well,
more
Minneapolis
entertaining.
had
So
what,
to
one
me,
couple
that
get
was
married?
I don't care. It was a boring season. I did not like that season. So this was more entertaining. I get it. It wasn't nobody like found love. I get it, but it
Bro,
was
but
more entertaining.
expert, are we pulling up to watch people not find love or people that really are influencers that really don't care? They just want to be getting their name up? Or are we watching to see people actually, find a relationship?
I mean, I'm watching to see if it's gonna happen or not. We don't know because it doesn't say love is. It doesn't say Love is definitely gonna be blind. I'm just trying to see if Love is blind or not. So, obviously in this show, it didn't happen. I know some shows it's not gonna happen, some shows it is. So, we'll
You
see.
do you feel like it was a good cast?
No, I don't think this cast was a good cast. No, this cast wasn't a good cast. But just because this particular cast wasn't a good cast doesn't mean that they should cancel the show. I mean,
I
that's
guess
crazy.
what I want to ask, do you feel like if they keep going with this route of people who want the fame, not necessarily trying to find love, is that a good recipe for the show? For what you say the
No.
premise of the show is?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that the last show. I mean, we all agreed that they shouldn't keep getting the influencer type people. I mean, yeah, we all answered that last show, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, we want to hear how y'all feel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I want to read these comments. I think it's gonna be fun. We'll catch you on the next one.
peace.
Oh,